Okay, Friday morning in the kingdom, and we got rain last night for an hour, but I couldn't collect any of it because it was black water. Yes, black water because of the smoke in the air. Yes. So this morning we woke up to plus 21, but feels like plus 29. It's like 100% humidity out here. Everything feels damp. Even this piece of paper, my pillow this morning when I woke up, it felt damp. Yes. No, it wasn't because I slobber when I sleep. All right. So on the yo-yo scale, plus 70 Fahrenheit. That's a good working temperature, but plus 84, that's not for us. All right. And also, too, Amazon has my 8th book of the Winter Road series, Thor to the Rescue. Yes, Thor the Plow Truck. That was back when he was known as the Plow Truck. And the book is free as an ebook from July 26th to the 30th. Link in the description. Yes, we had fun back then. I think it was based on 2018, 2019. Yes, we had fun times. Yes, that's when we were still a business, working and operating as a business. And then nobody paid us, so, well, we're retired. All right, today the staff will be over. We're going to change out some flags here because the paint dried on the flag poles that we built. And you notice the wind is from the east this way, and the fire is that way. So that is not good if you do the math. Yes, wind blows fire this way. Ooh, I got talent today. All right. We'll scroll this way. There's no sunshine, just smoke and more smoke and everything. And it is Friday. Johnny G should be on his way over with the freight and the beer. Yes, the beer. We got to have that. We have to survive. All right, the staff's going to do firewood today. We got to get ready for winter. We've been saying that all summer. Yes, it's July and it's summer. All right, so we'll have the service truck out there, the 38 GMC, to do the welding. And moving the grader. And that blade grading the ground there for all of 5 feet. That was history being made. Yes, first time in 50 years or more, the grader was actually grading. And I'm hopefully going to get working on the motor on the back of the 45 Chevy truck. So that way it looks good. We can get it up and running, hopefully, in theory. We had it running in 2017 on gas, and then I forget what happened. We got lost interest or fell in love and never finished it. All right, we made one full rotation. The bugs are bad. They're under my glasses. They're in my ears. They're everywhere. Plus, everything's so humid, sticky, and damp. Unreal. All right, I better go. Here comes the boss.
Friday morning in WHO-ville. It's almost 10 a.m. and I was getting ready to head over to the kingdom, but as you can see, it has started to rain. I'll zoom in on the puddle here for you guys. It wasn't raining about 10 minutes ago, and now I hear thunder and see some lightning. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 21 degrees Celsius, which is 69 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs in before they get wet, and wait for it to stop raining so I can head to the kingdom. As you can see, lots of rain has come down the last 5 minutes or so. There's also lots of thunder and lightning. I'll try and get a video of that for you guys, but I'm just going to hang around at the house here until it clears up. Might end up going to the kingdom after 1 p.m. or so. 10 a.m. and it is officially raining. Look at that. It is now pouring and there's so much rain coming down. You can see the little river in front of the house here. This is crazy. A lot has changed in the last 10 minutes or so. 11 a.m. and it looks like the rain has finally stopped for the moment, but it is still pretty cloudy out there. The sun is trying to break through the clouds. Now it's time to head inside and switch my bedding. Then at 1 p.m. if it's not raining, I'll head to the kingdom. almost 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch and getting ready to head to the kingdom. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 24 degrees Celsius, which is 75 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It is pretty sunny out here right now and kind of windy as well, so it keeps the sandflies away. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, then go to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. Just after 1 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Not sure if you can hear that in the background, but my dad is moving the cat Laverne out of the way. That way when we're ready, we can take it down to the wood pile with the long trailer and I can fill it with the mini. But for the moment, we're going to get the sedan out of the way and bring the welder up so we can put some more flagpoles up. "1:30 and we are all set up now. My dad's gonna weld on the flag post here. I won't get too much video of it because welding some poles on wouldn't be that interesting, but then we'll hang up all the flags, and the ones that are over on the tank over there, we have to switch them around because we got a few to put up over there as well. Just taking down our portable flagpole now. This one was only temporary, it was just clamped on at the time. Now we can take the Canada flag off and put it onto a real pole that we'll be welding on. I'm pretty sure we're putting about 4 posts on here, so now I'll switch over and I'll have to help my dad, so we won't get too much video of it, but I'll show you guys when we're done. 2 p.m. we just finished welding 3 out of the 4 posts on and the welder died. We thought it was fuel, so my dad was going to top it up, but he just told me it was full, so that means something is wrong with the welder. Hopefully we can figure it out because we only have 1 more post to weld on the corner here, and then we can start rotating flags. I'm going to be moving some of the ones over there as well, and then we'll get all 4 of them lined up here. I'll pan over and show you guys our little sign from last year. Not sure if you can read what it says. I have to block out part of it here so we don't get in trouble, but I'm not sure if you can see what it says here, but we made this last year for everyone flying over. Looks like we are switching over to the electric welder from inside the shop. The one that's in the back of the truck is having issues, so my dad will have to take a look at that. The only reason why we are welding and grinding today is because of all the rain this morning. If it wasn't for all this rain, it'd be way too dry, and we wouldn't want to start any fires, so we're going to quickly get this finished before it dries up and gets too hot again. Just after 2 p.m. we're able to get all 4 posts up. We are not going to move the truck just yet because my dad spilled a bunch of gas in there and we don't want to start her up and have fumes and stuff, so we're just going to let it sit there and dry in the sun for now. But now we can head over and start changing out flags. Over at the tanks now, we are taking down the US flag and moving the Oklahoma one over there, and then we'll put the Alaskan flag back up since we have a new one of those. This American flag is going to go up by the house with the Canadian flag and one of the other ones we have as well. Now we are moving this Oklahoma flag over to where the US flag was right here, and then we can put the Alaskan flag back up where it was before. Make sure you put it right side up. We don't want it upside down and backwards. Now we'll put the Alaskan flag back up where it was before. This one is a lot more durable than our other one, so let's see how long this one will last. And we have to make sure the star is at the top, that way it's not upside down and backwards. Hopefully this one lasts longer. It looks a lot more durable than the last one we had. This flag over here is looking a bit rough as well. I'm surprised it lasted this long. And same with the one at the very end. You can kind of see it is slowly ripping away as well. Even if I sew them, they still fall apart, hooking on the metal and stuff around the tanks, plus with how much wind we've had lately. Perfect. Now we can head up to the house and put the American flag back up and our other Canadian one, and then we have another flag to add to the collection as well. Up at the house now, and we are going to start putting the flags on the new poles. Sure is windy out here today. Just finished putting up the Canadian flag. We have one more flag to put up over on the other side there, and then this pole that we put up at the very end, we do not have a flag for it, but it's just there in case. You never know if we could end up getting more flags in the future. Let's see how long it takes for these two flags to get tangled up on each other. Now we are putting up our last flag. This is a Maine flag. As you can see here, it looks pretty fancy. It is the newest flag that we got so far, other than the Alaskan one. Looks pretty fancy too, so hopefully it lasts blowing around in the wind and getting caught on all the metal and stuff. Now we are officially done moving all the flags around, and now we can get on Laverne and go down to the wood pile with the long trailer, and I can start filling it with the mini. 2:30 and I just took the Mini down to the wood pile. Now my dad's putting some air in the tires, and we'll take Laverne and the long trailer down so I can fill it up. Shouldn't take me very long with the Mini. I'm just going to scoop all the rocks and dirt, and then we can sort it out later like we did last year. Now we are going to head down to the wood pile. I'll fill up the long trailer while my dad tinkers around on the grader motor. This is a TD6 with a farm tractor gas motor in it, all the way from the United States of America, so that's pretty cool. Wouldn't expect a farm motor to be up in a cat like this. Now I'll head on down and get a video of my dad backing in. I parked myself up on top of the pile, that way he can back in beside me and I can just reach over and dump it in. I will be going through this pile too to fill up the totes and stuff like this. That way we have wood for the winter, but for the moment we're just going to fill up the long trailer. And then when we have time, I'll be going through it and sorting out all the wood and cutting it down to size. Down at the wood pile, now my dad will back the trailer into place. I'm pretty sure he's just going to come up along here. That way I can reach over and just throw everything in the trailer. I do have my fire extinguisher just in case anything happens, but it is pretty wet out here, so I should be okay. Almost 3 p.m. and I'm down at the wood pile now. This should take me about an hour or so to load. I'm just going to grab whatever I can and put it into the trailer, and then I can worry about it when it's up at the shop later on. At a different date, I can go through it and fill up all these totes here. That way we are ready for winter. Now let's get on the Mini and see how much I can do.
Okay, it's freaking windy out here. Once I got the stove set up down there, you can barely hear her off in the distance loading firewood. Yes, that's our firewood. We have to clean up the mess, so we might as well put it through the wood stove. And then use the rocks, the drill core, for backfill around the kingdom to make it nice and smooth to get that curb appeal. All right, so I backed the 45 Chevy up to here to use the pressure washer because we got this off yesterday. We had that all off, so we want to clean it up good so we can put it back together. And as soon as we put it back together and get the engine running, the front seal, the oil seal, will leak on the crankshaft, which is normal, so that way it's all clean to come apart. We know that, but we're not going to change this crank seal now because we don't know if it's going to leak or not. All right, let's go have a beverage. Seems how it's Friday, it's windy, and we had an excellent thunderstorm this morning, and I got 5 gallons out of all that water because I had to wait for the rain clouds or the rain to clean the clouds or the smoke out of the air. So the last stretch of that thunderstorm, I got 5 gallons of clean water. Unreal. But oh well, that's why we have the open tote so we can see what's going on. Man, this wind is unreal. I'm getting thirsty.
Even with all this wind, I still have to wear my bug net. The sandflies are pretty bad once the wind stops. Let's see how long it'll take me to get all this done. Probably about an hour, hour and a half or so, and then my dad can come down and get Laverne and take it back up to the shop. Just after 3:30 and I got the trailer nicely loaded. I don't want to put it too high because when we drag it back up into the kingdom, most of it will fall off. So I think this will do for now. Once I'm done sorting all this, I can come back down and get another load. Now I'll take the Mini up and park it, and then my dad will come down and get Laverne. 4 p.m. and I just put the Mini away, and now my dad's going to jump on Laverne and then drive the long trailer back into the kingdom. We are just going to park it in around here for now, and then when we're ready for it, I can start sorting it. I'm not sure if I'll be doing that tomorrow or not. There's a few other things that we have to do, so I'll get a video of my dad driving by. just after 4 p.m. We got Laverne and the long trailer back into the kingdom. Now I can head inside and grab my dog treats. Then I'll go back to WHO-ville and do the mail, and then I can do the weather around 5 p.m. or so. 5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 22 degrees Celsius, which is 71 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It's been pretty nice out today other than that wind and smoke out there, as you can see. I think there might be a fire just outside of town somewhere. I'm not 100% sure, but it is pretty smoky out here right now. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, 6 o'clock in the kingdom. It's Friday night, and we got smoke coming from the south end of town, or south of town. It was pretty bad here, and that's not good because that's the way the wind's coming from. So the staff went and got some fuel in case we have to run the generators, run the pumps. You never know. Plus, we'll have to stay sober tonight until we know, because nobody's telling us anything, but that's the joys of the new world. All right, let's go drink some beer, walk the dogs, drink some more beer, and make a video and prepare in case there's a fire south of town. All right, talk to you later.